Hey there, welcome back to The Magic and the Music. I'm Jen.
I'm Randall.
And today we are going to be discussing why we always stay on property at Disney World. So we've been staying on property since, I think the first time we went together was like maybe 2013.
Right.
And that's when we started staying on property.
And this was after we got married, and that's when she let me know that she was a Disney.
You keep it hidden until you trap them, and then after they're trapped,
that is why.
Then they can't get away, and then they just have to accept
Disney.
The Disney lifestyle.
Yeah.
No, luckily, he went along with it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, so that was the first time we'd gone together. We'd both gone, I went throughout my life because I have family in Florida, and then you had gone as a kid.
Yes.
So you were familiar, and then we were on our honeymoon and had a fantastic day at Disneyland Paris, and I remember we just had like the best day ever.
Oh, it was great.
And I turned to you and I was like, you like this?
Yeah.
We're going to Disney World together. And we went, and then I think that's when I realized that you would really love it too. And it was like, okay, now we can do this all the time again. And it's easy also to visit my family, so that's great. So it's a win-win. So that's my excuse, at least. So anyway, we started staying on property, and I think part of this for me was that I grew up as a kid never ever staying on property. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until I was an adult that I actually stayed on property, and I think I did it once before we were together. I had gone one time, and I was like, oh wow, this is a totally different experience.
Yeah.
So here are the reasons that we always stay on Disney property, and hopefully we can help you to make a decision about whether it's the right fit for you or not. All right, so our first reason that we always stay on Disney property is for the convenience.
Yes.
We always fly because we live 2,500 miles from Disney World. So when we stay on property, it's just easier for us. We don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, it's surprisingly easy.
Everything's just taken care of.
Yeah. Transportation to the resorts, to transportation to all the parks.
Like within Disney World.
And in general, you can do tons of stuff for weeks on end without even renting a car, which is awesome.
Without even leaving property, and so we like to be on property. It's great. All right, so I think probably the absolute biggest reason we started staying on property together or kept staying on property was it's easy with kids. If you're traveling with young children, babies or toddlers or young kids, I think it's the best way to go.
It's the best way.
Yeah. What are the perks if you're traveling with children? Well, I would say that the Disney resorts provide pack and plays in all of them. You can get a pack and play. You can get bed rails. You can ask for whatever you need. In the larger units, like the DVC rooms, like the 1 bedrooms and 2 bedrooms and things, they often have high chairs already in the unit, so that's really convenient. The quick service dining areas always have high chairs in the food court kind of eating areas, and I think that's great. And then the restrooms. This is something that made a big impact on me, is that he can change the kids in the men's room because the men's rooms all have changing tables just like women's restrooms.
Yeah. It's not every place is going to have that, but every place at Disney certainly has that.
Yeah, and so I feel like that's a really great thing. And it shows respect to fathers too. Yeah. To say that like you're also a parent, you might need this facility as well.
Yes.
So it's great. It's great for families. And then of course all the parks have, the baby care stations and things like that. Baby care centers, I guess they're called. But even the hotels, I think, are very family friendly.
Yes.
Okay, the next reason that we love to stay on property at Disney World is that it's really easy to take an afternoon break, or any time of day break, really. So when you stay on property, it's quick and easy to get back to your resort for a nap or pool time or, whatever, just a rest, and then return to the park. So there's, we're not sitting in traffic, driving a car. We're just on vacation, and it's great. And even if we are riding the bus together, and that takes a little bit of time, we're together, we're focused on each other. I'm not worrying about how to navigate, between an unfamiliar area. Yeah. We enjoy taking a nap in the afternoons during the hottest part of the day, and we often travel in the summer, so that can be really uncomfortable in the midday. So it's a great way to rest your feet, and our kids kept thinking that every time we took a nap, like when they were little, they'd take a nap and they'd wake up and they'd think it was a new day.
A new day.
And they're like, where are we going today? And I'm like, it's still Tuesday.
We're still going back to Magic Kingdom.
And they're like, oh, okay, great.
Hey!
That was one of the cutest
We doubled
things.
the length of
I know.
our vacation.
You didn't take a 7-day vacation, kids.
Yes,
You took a 14-day vacation because you took a nap in between all the days. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, they were so cute. But for me, the break is so important just for feeling good and like my feet not hurting. Often I'll switch shoes at the break. I think we would not be as likely to do it if we were off property. Okay, so our next reason that we always stay on property, I feel like I need to say a few words about this one.
In memoriam.
In memoriam, Magical Express.
Oh, how we knew you.
We loved you so much, Magical Express. In fact, actually, we are going to get to use it again because Magical Express is Disney's transportation that is provided from MCO, the Orlando International Airport, to your resort hotel. And it's a wonderful service that we've used for years and years, and we love it because it's no extra cost. We don't have to pay for a shuttle or anything else. And unlike Disneyland, I really wish they had that at Disneyland.
Yeah.
We miss it every time we're in California. But so anyway, we love it, and it's just so convenient, and you just get off your flight. Now you have to grab your luggage
your bag
and then go over to Magical Express, and then I get on Magical Express, I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm on vacation. Disney will handle everything.
They'll handle the rest. All the driving.
That's right. I don't have to worry about where to go or anything. I just am like, okay, vacation. Yeah. And I love it. I'm going to miss it when it's gone. I am confident that they'll replace it with something. I'm sure that it will probably be paid. And we'll probably have to pay for it. But
well, I don't know. I mean, there's the Bright Line that's in the works.
The train.
I think they will replace it with something, but it might be a few years in the works.
Yeah, and even if they do the train, it'll take you, I think, to the Disney Springs area, but then you still got to get to your hotel. So, I think
maybe that would have more buses from the hotels to the Springs. Yeah, so that'd be nice, I guess.
Well, I guess, yeah. So, anyway, we'll see what happens with Magical Express. Mm-hmm. Magical Express, we love you.
Yes.
We will miss you so much. We're going to have our farewell visits on Magical Express in 2021, and then it's out of here. That's it. So that was a very compelling reason to stay on Disney property, and they're taking it away. So
hopefully they replace it with something even better.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, the next reason we love to stay on property at Disney World is access to the theme parks. We go to the theme parks almost every single day, and we are also DVC members, Disney Vacation Club members, and so we are always staying at deluxe resorts, which have deluxe locations, and even there's some non-deluxe resorts that have great access to the theme parks too. So when we're staying at Beach Club Resort, we walk right into Epcot. I mean, you can't beat that. There's no way, no off-property resort can match that at all in any way.
Yeah, there's no beating walking out the door and watching a giant crowd of people trying to get to their cars, and you're like quickly gain on your bus, and then you're gonna get whisked off to your hotel.
Right, or you hop on the monorail and you're back at the Polynesian. And it's great. Oh yeah, we love staying at the Polynesian, and also being able to step out and watch fireworks. That's not to say you can't see fireworks from off property. You certainly can, but you have these picturesque, perfect viewing locations for fireworks that are located around property.
And for us, it's a lot of it is about our time. Our time is very valuable. And for us, wasting time in transit and in getting a car and doing any of those extra steps, that's
very unmagical.
It's not. Let me tell you, a toll booth is not magical. There's nothing magical about a toll booth, or like.
Or fighting your kids to get them into a car seat in a car that's like 130 degrees.
That's really magical.
Not magical to me. I'd rather step onto, even if it's a Disney bus, the AC's already rolling on that Disney bus. One other thing to add on this category is that there are even some value and moderate resorts that have great park access now. The Skyliner allows you to access Epcot and Hollywood Studios easily if you are staying at Caribbean Beach Resort, Pop Century, or Art of Animation. And so those are not even super expensive resorts. So that's another option for you if you were looking for that great access, but you don't want to pay deluxe prices.
Another thing that we love about staying on property is that if you want to have a few adult beverages, if you will, both parties can have adult beverages without driving a car afterwards.
You don't need a designated driver.
Right. There's no designated driver required,
Yeah.
right? And I'll tell you, that makes things a lot easier and
safer.
and more enjoyable, just because not just one person is having fun,
Right. Yeah. That is definitely an added bonus of being on property. Again, it's just no worries.
Yeah. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. Okay, our next reason we love staying on property is because we love to be in the Disney bubble. The bubble. And what we mean by that is that when we're staying at Disney, the outside world does not encroach very much. Yes, people have phones, and yes, you'll see a newspaper here and there or whatever. But for the most part, you can kind of detach yourself from a lot of the world events and kind of some of the more stressful things that are going on around us, and you just don't have to think about it that much. And I think of when I stayed as a kid more often, we would stay off property, and I have as an adult a little bit too. And you might check into your hotel, and there's a big rack of all the local tourist traps, pamphlets for all the tourist attractions.
Gatorland.
That's right, and all that stuff. And then you have, and there's like a desk where they're selling discounted theme park tickets over here. So anyway, it just sheds all that other stuff from the outside world, and you just get to be in this like nice bubble.
Another reason we love staying on property, and I think other people would, is because of the handicapped access. The entire place is completely handicap accessible. And from ECVs on transportation everywhere, to bathrooms, to rooms, you name it, it is all handicap accessible. And they really go out of their way to make sure that everyone is able to access everything.
Just to kind of add to that, this doesn't pertain to us, our immediate family specifically, but we have other people in our family who have celiac disease. If you have somebody with a severe allergy or something like that, like dietary restrictions, there is no better place to be than at Disney World. Disneyland would also be the same, but there's no better place to be because you can go and you'll get to speak with someone about your dietary needs, and so just making sure that you and your family can stay safe and find stuff that you want to eat that's safe and good, and that's another great thing about Disney.
Yes, even all of the quick service locations will have a chef there that will come out and prepare something especially for you if you have a special
they usually
restriction.
Will talk to you. That's their normal policy. So, and by the way, another thing about Disney that's kind of in that same vein as well is that Disney is a place that is about acceptance, and it's welcoming to all. And Disney doesn't say to people, this family is legitimate and this family's not. Right. And I'm gonna cry. Like, that is really important to me. Yeah. That Disney sends that message, that we embrace all are welcome. Yeah. We are all about inclusion and welcoming everybody. And that's really, really beautiful. And I want to support that message.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, I should save that for last. Let's talk about pin trading. Another thing I love about staying at Disney resorts is that you can do pin trading.
Yes, pin trading.
Yes. And there's usually a pin board like in the main gift shop at each resort. And so we've definitely had some trips. I remember staying at Riverside, Port Orleans Riverside, and it was like every time we got off the bus every single day, we were like, go straight to the pin board. Do they have anything new? And it was really fun that we could continue that. And it didn't stop in the parks. It was like it continued on into the resort. Okay, another reason to stay at Disney is that you've got all these great family-focused activities and amenities, right? So you've got, movies on the lawn.
Movies on the lawn, tie-dye shirts, arts and crafts.
They have educational activities.
Drum circles.
You keep naming Animal Kingdom things because they really do have...
Hacky sack circles. I made that up. That's
they really do have fantastic activities, in particular at Animal Kingdom Lodge. They have, like, you can go to... They do talks about the different wildlife and things like that. But community halls, any of the DVC ones with community hall.
Arcades.
Yeah, scavenger hunts. I mean, it just goes on and on and on.
Oh, roasting marshmallows.
Yes, that is fun.
Yes.
Yes. And even at the pools, they do games.
Yeah,
and
they do quiz games and stuff.
Yeah, so there's so much to do, and that the other thing as parents of young kids, it's great because I know that it's going to be like a family-friendly environment. Yeah, we can get a drink and we can do some more adult things like enjoy a really nice meal or go out on a date or whatever, but I never have to worry that there's going to be like an environment that is like wild or partiers or like it's not like, you know, Vegas or something, you know, like it's always going to be something where I feel really comfortable with my children being in that environment. Another thing I love about staying at Disney is that we get to be with Disney cast members all the time.
Yeah, they're great.
And if you, I mean, they're not going to bother you, but like if you want to go talk to them, they will happily talk to you.
Yes. Trust me, I have watched her talk to many of them.
Pin trading. Actually, pin trading, if you're kind of social like us and you like to meet new people and visit with new people, pin trading is a great way to go and start up conversations with cast members. And I feel like every trip we manage to find somebody like from our state or even our city. Like we'll find somebody because you can read their badge and it says where they're from, and it's so fun. And the cast members, you know, they're just really into Disney, and so you share this common interest with them automatically.
And they're really great, you know. Even if somebody is waiting tables or if they're like cleaning up on tables and stuff. Yeah, custodial
staff. I mean, they're great.
They're awesome. I mean, I think one time our son was having a breakdown at a restaurant. Or it was a quick service.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we have multiple, you know, things. Yeah, there was one place where he wouldn't eat, so they went to the gift shop next door and got him chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, because he wouldn't eat anything on the menu.
Where else are you gonna get that?
Yeah, it was really phenomenal. We've had such great cast member experiences, and so we can't get enough.
We love them. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, yay cast members.
Yay cast members. Woo!
All right, my final reason what I always want to stay on site at Disney, and I think you probably agree with this, is everything's Disney.
It's all Disney.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's great.
I mean, from like you get hidden Mickeys in the resorts, you get hidden Mickeys in your room. There's theming everywhere. There are characters incorporated into things. And something that I love is the resort TV, like the channels for the resort. But once again, we have to say rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Stacy.
Stacy is
We love you, Stacy.
We love you.
You are so wonderful, and we loved turning on. That was like the first thing I did, right?
Yeah.
When I went in the rooms, I always turn on the channel with Stacy, and I'm so sad that Stacy's gone. Stacy, we love you.
Yeah.
You're great.
You're great.
Yeah, but anyway, but there you still have like Disney stuff on the TV, and it's just all.
It's in the rooms, it's in the hallways, it's in the elevator.
I mean, it's not like annoying.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's like awesome. All the tiny detail that Disney puts in, you just don't get it anywhere else. Where it's like, oh, okay, you got on the elevator, and then Mickey is telling you, floor 2, you know, and then it's like,
true.
You know, where else are you gonna get that? And you're not going to get that kind of immersion anywhere else.
Yeah.
It's kind of the little details. It's the little weird things that they put in like places, and you're like, oh, I wouldn't even thought of that. That's amazing, you know?
Yeah, I do really love it.
Yeah.
So tell us in the comments whether you prefer to stay on site or off site at Disney World, and tell us why. Don't forget to check our many videos about Disney music, Disney Vacation Club, and family fun. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great day, everyone. Bye.
Bye.